Hi there, it's Karen here from Turquoise Treasures. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be working in my autumn-winter altered book, and we're going to continue working in the winter section of the book using the wonderful kit by Lorna from Taylormadejournals. It's a beautiful kit and I'm really enjoying using it. So let's get started. So we haven't done a huge number of pages so far. We've just got first few done. Oh, I've done a few, yeah. Okay, so the next pockets that we need to cover are these here. So there's actually 6 pockets. Four pockets. What am I talking about? 4 pockets. So I'm just going to cover the front one. So what I'm going to use for this one, I think, is this page here. I think it's perfect because it's just got the strips of paper, and so I'm just going to use my tear ruler. I think I'm just going to work my way across and use these first 3. That's all I need. So let's just do that. See if I can tear it straight. It kind of slides a little bit as I'm tearing. I'm not very good at this. Right. Okay. And oops. Stuck there for some reason. Let's try this one. Well, but I suppose it makes sense to work out how wide I actually need it first. I don't suppose I need the full width, or do I? Oh, I do for this one. Yeah, the first one is quite wide, so I will have to use all of that. Maybe I put a piece of washi tape down here to fill in the gap. What about the height? Oh, the height's about right as well, isn't it? Yeah, okay. That's all right. Let's see how that looks when I've torn it off. I've got to try and do it as close to the edge as I can. Oops. So I hope you're getting into the swing of your new year and that there's no horrible lockdowns going on, or I have a feeling the new year is going to bring us more restrictions. And yeah, at the moment there's lots of talk about future restrictions, but nothing's actually happened yet. But yeah, I don't know if that's going to change. This should be scheduled. This video is going to be scheduled on the day I should be having my surgery, and as of today, which is still before Christmas, as I'm sure you realise, I'm filming ahead. It's all happening, but I'm really half expecting a phone call every day to tell me they've had to postpone it again, just because they're needing all the staff they have to try and get the booster program boosted, I suppose you could say. They're going all out to try and get as many people boosted as possible, and I'm pretty sure this will go right on through January. And they may well be pulling staff from surgeries, especially elective surgeries like mine, which are, not life-threatening, for non-life-threatening situations. So I wouldn't be at all surprised if my surgery gets postponed again. And if it happens, it happens. And I will put a little note in the bottom of these videos that I'm filming ahead if things change. So if I'm whittering on about surgery and it hasn't happened, you will know that it hasn't. Okay, so I'm going to put that one there. Now the next one I will have to cut in half, so I'm just going to tear that down. I think that will be a good one to put next. Let me see. But they're very narrow, the last 2, so even if there's any kind of image, you're not going to see much of it. So maybe it probably does make sense to put these ones on, this one on anyway. Oop. Trying to clear. Try not to get any of the white. Right, so, but in case it does go ahead, and you know, which means I will probably be aiming to do the face-to-face Q&A session. Feel free to pop any questions that you have that you'd like me to answer in the comments box below, and then at the end of January, maybe early February, depending on how things go, I'll do a little face-to-face and answer any questions that you have. Okay, so that's one, and I'll cut that in half before I pop it in. And then one more. So which one shall I do? Sorry, just wondering if it's worth me doing the bird one, because it may not be very easy to see. I do like him, but I don't want to waste using him. I might do this one with the stag right there. Perhaps I'll use that one for the last one. I'm not quite sure what this bit is meant to be. That appears on quite a few of the pages, and I'm not entirely sure what it is. Oops. Slippage as usual. Okay, that one. And let's just take that there. Right. Now let's see how these are going to fit. So first of all, I need to cut them in half. So I think I will literally just fold them and tear them in half. That one. And this one. Okay. Right. And I can't remember which way around it was meant to be. It's that way around, isn't it? And this one. Well, that wasn't very well folded. That goes there and there. Okay. I'm just wondering whether to do the other one, because then I can no, I want that to be a single piece, because by the time I've allowed for the pockets on these, they're actually going to come down a little lower, if you see what I mean, on the page than this one. So I'm going to put this one, so I might have to make these a little shorter just so they line up. So that's going to pop in here. I'm going to have to foreshorten it a touch to get it to fit in the pocket. Yeah. Let's see. Going to fit now. Yep. Actually, I don't want to lose that bit of red, really, do I? If I can just put it there and actually tear it down a little more. Oh, no, that's no use. Right, pencil. Where's my pencil gone? I had two pencils in my pot that were sharpened. Oh, there's one. Let's see. The only one I could find was unsharpened. Yeah, I don't really want to lose all of that red, because then it'll match up with this. So, unless I go in a bit further, and that one can go in a little further as well, just so long as they line up. Could be interesting. So I might just have to cut these down a little bit. That one there, that one there. Oops, no, it's not in properly. That won't line up nicely, will it, if I do it crooked? That one goes there. Okay, let's try this. I think this pocket is going to take half the video the way I'm going. Right, top one. And where's that one? That one's got to go there. Alright, let's see if I messed this up now. I've just got to take a tiny bit off the bottom to get it to fit down here. I've got to do that, didn't I? Took it off the top, but didn't take it off this one. I was trying to get my head back into doing all of this because I've been so busy working on Christmas things. I'm trying to get back into this, although it doesn't feel so far away from Christmas, being as it's very wintry, this kit. So that one goes there, that one goes there, and then I've got this final one to do, and I actually want to do it from this side. So I'm going to just tear off a little bit. I suppose it could all go in, but I'm going to tear it off down a little bit and have some of it, and I'm going to tear off a bit at the top as well. And then this one, because I want this fella to be on show, so I'm just going to tear it down a bit so I haven't got to tuck too much into the pocket. Right, and a bit off the bottom as well. So I'm going to lose the bird, but that's okay. It wouldn't have been visible anyway. And a bit off the bottom, but not very much. And then the same with this. Tear that down a little, and a little bit off the top. And tiny bit off the top. Right, so I think we have what we need for the pockets to cover them. So I think what I need to do now is I will ink around these. So I'm going to use my what's it called, speckled egg, to ink around the papers, and I'll use a bit of the, what's the other one I'm using, pumice stone, to do a little bit of inking along the edge here that I hadn't inked before. And then I'll glue them in and I'll come back. I've just got this last one to glue in, so I thought I'd come back and just do that last little bit on camera. And I'm just using my tacky glue to do this because it gives you a little bit of slidability with these awkward ones. And they are a little bit awkward to get in, but it is possible. I'm just going to cover that. Make sure I get the the corners because that's where they sometimes don't get enough glue. And I've been just spreading it out a little bit with my silicone spatula thingy. Sometimes it can, otherwise it comes up a little bit lumpy. Right, let's try and get this last one in. Going the right way up for a start. Okay. Slide it in. I'll line it up as close to the edge as I can. Just put it up so it's lined up. There we go. And that's in. And you can still see, I don't know if you, I should hold it up a little bit, you'll be able to see, you can see the stag there in, sort of in the mist really. I like that. And what I'm going to do, when I come to decorating and adding extra, possibly bits of lace and things like that, I think I'm going to add some sort of, I will add some sort of trim across here to define the pockets. So possibly something like this, a bit of red bric-a-brac might go quite nicely across there. So either this one or I've got a wider one, whichever one I think looks, and then it'll show that there are, the pockets are there. Okay, so that's that one. And that's done. I'm pleased with that. That's turned out okay. And then I need to turn over to this side. And as you see, we've got 2 more pockets here. And so I can do another single sheet along here, I think. And, oh no, I'll have to do 2. I'll have to split it again. So I have actually got 2 left, which is handy. So I think I'll use the one with the bird for this one. Yep. And the other one to tuck into the pockets. So yeah, I kept thinking 6 pockets, but it was only counting 4 because the other 2 are on the other side. I knew there was another 2 pockets somewhere, I just forgot that it was on the other side of the page. Let's just tear that along there. Okay, so that's that one. So I've got to decide whether I'm going to cut it or not. I don't think I will. And then this one I will cut to size. Well, perhaps I'll do that after. I'll get rid of this bit anyway. And then I'll cut it down when I know how wide it needs to be. Okay. Let's have a look. So this one will go along here. That will go there. And then this one, well, I've got to cut it in half first, haven't I? Or do I make the whole, no, I'll make the whole thing the right width and then I'll cut it in half. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? So actually I need probably to keep it almost the whole length because it's, yeah, because I've only got one fold in this one, so this will be wider. Okay, so I'll just take off the bit of white. So the ones the other side are narrow because there's 2 lots of pockets. So this one might not even need to be tucked in at all. Now try and tear it. Get rid of the white, but not get rid of any more than the white. That's the plan. Okay, that worked okay, surprisingly. So then I'll just fold it in half. Tear it in half. I'm just wondering, if I haven't got to tuck it in the pocket, maybe I don't need maybe I don't need to actually fold it in half and tear it. Maybe I could just glue it like that, right up to the edge of the pocket, because otherwise I shall lose too much. I won't cover so much of the background if I tuck it into the pocket. Maybe that's what I'll do. Okay, that seems to possibly be the simplest plan, is to, oh, sorry about the squeak. It was just me pulling over my ink towards me. Let's just tear off, just tear the jagged edges at the top and bottom, I think, just to keep it consistent. Try not to lose too much of it though. Whoop. Okay, that one. I'll do the same on the other one. So this was a very handy page with all these ready-made strips. Oh, it went a bit awry, but never mind. It happens. So I'm just going to quickly try and just get these on and move on to the next page. So, there's still quite a lot of pockets to go, and I think this second set of pockets, the back set, I have a feeling are possibly a bit more complicated than the ones in the front of the book. So it may take me more than 2 videos to cover them on this occasion. So whether I'll get them done before I can't make any more videos for a while, I really don't know, and I can't promise I'll get this thing completely finished before I'm out of action. So I'll just keep trying, but you know, time is getting really tight. I've got a lot of things to do. So next week is Christmas week for me, and I've got things going on practically every day, and so getting any more of these videos done is going to be a bit tight, unless I can squeeze some in the week between Christmas and New Year, which is maybe what I'll be able to do, but we will see. I really, really don't know how that's all going to work out. I mean, I should be able to make at least one more and get the papers on, but the decoration might have to wait. I don't know. I hope I can get it finished, but I'm sure you'll forgive me if I don't manage to get it done in time. It's just, yeah, clock's ticking, and it's just such a busy time of year. I have just about finished wrapping all my presents. So a lot of things are done, but we've got quite a lot to do to get the house ready, because we're going to be having visitors from the 23rd onwards, practically through to, I don't know, 28th, 29th of December with I think Jenny, Gary and Alyssa will be with us for the first half of Christmas. They will probably go to Gary's parents on Boxing Day on the 26th. But then Hannah and George will come and stay with us for a few days, I think. So they will be with us for the next 2 or 3 days, or probably a couple of days. So yeah, it's going to be a busy time, and we have to get the house ready, really, because at the moment it certainly is not. Lots of cleaning to do, bed changing, all the stuff that you do when you've got people coming to stay. And I need to tidy the craft room as well, because I think it's possible somebody will be sleeping in here, because my brother-in-law is coming as well for one night, so he may end up sleeping in here. I'm not quite sure what he's going to sleep on yet, because I don't know if we've got anything for him to sleep on. We have to figure that out. Oh, and I've got more mince pies to make. We've nearly eaten the ones I made last week. They certainly won't survive till Christmas, so But that was always the plan, that I'd make some for us to eat before Christmas, and then make some more for Christmas itself. I usually do that because we like them and we like to eat them. We don't want to eat them just at Christmas because there are so many other things to eat at Christmas. You end up not eating the things you think you're going to eat, like the mince pies, because they get superseded by other yummy things like chocolate and Christmas cake. Although Richard hasn't made that yet. That's his job, making the Christmas cake, and he's hoping to make that this weekend. Yeah, so sorry about all this Christmas talk, because obviously by the time you see this, Christmas is a distant memory. But if I start talking about what's happening in the new year, I really don't know. I don't know what's going to be happening. Oop. There. Okay, so again I will put the same trim across here to show that there are 2 pockets, there and there, as on here. Alright, so let's move on. Let's have a look at this one. So I'm thinking, now is there a pocket here? There is a pocket here. So I've just got to ink the edge of this pocket here. I know the ink doesn't match, and it's just one of those things I didn't really think about when I was doing all the inking at the beginning. I should have left this one because I didn't know what colour I was going to use. I didn't think of it, so, and actually the brown is not the colour I want. This is more of a grey, which I think goes better with the kit. But never mind, it's one of those things. I wasn't really thinking what I was going to use. I don't think I'd even knew I was going to do it as a autumn-winter at the time. Not sure what I was thinking, to be quite honest. Seems a long time ago when I started this. It's gone on for a while, I know. But Christmas kind of got in the way, didn't it? Okay, so I need to put something across here and then a different one at the top. Let's have a look, see what we've got. I've got quite a few pieces already cut into. I'm wondering, I want to make sure there's plenty of colour. But I can cut that across there. Maybe there. Would that work? Trying to decide which bit of the paper would work across here. Right. Bring it down a little bit more. I'm going to tear it across, I think. Across there. And across here. Let's see how that looks. Maybe I can do it. No, I left too much white if I do it any further down. Just trying to figure out how these get, you know, what shape these pockets need to be and which bit of the paper works best. Right, so let's see. So if I put that piece here, and then I mark where the top of the corner of the pocket is here, and it needs to go down to this corner here, doesn't it? Okay, let's try that. It's only paper. If it doesn't work, I will have to do something else. So there's the mark there. I'm just going to go above, slightly a touch above that corner. Okay. Let's have a look at that. Now, is that going to work? I think it will. Yeah, I like that with the snowflake there. Okay. Because I really need to just give this a little jaggedy, slightly jaggedy edge along here. It's always the tricky part when you've got to do a narrow one. It's just slipped a little bit, I think, with there. Okay, little narrow piece, so that's good. So that just covers the join anyway, which I'm happy about. Like that. Okay, so that's that one. Now the top one, what have we got? I've got him. He could just be poking out above the pocket, couldn't he? Alright. Just going to tear it down there. And right, let's see. Let's make sure I get him lined up with the edge of the pocket, and there. And then he's just going to need to tuck in a little bit, but not too much, otherwise we'll lose him. Oh, I think I'll tear it just above his antlers, so we don't lose too much of his antlers. Right, where have we got? Where's my mark? There it is. And just tear across the top of the antlers, just about there, I think. Straight. Stay straight, woman. Perhaps if I line it up with my grid, I might actually get it lined up straight. I never think to do that. I really should. I've seen other people doing it. And then that piece there. Okay, let's see. Is it going to fit there? Have I made it too? Oh no, I've made it too. I've forgotten about fitting it into the pocket, didn't I? Because I do want it to just go inside the pocket a little. So I think I'll have to tear a little bit more off this side. Oops. I'll lay that down. Make sure it comes out. Now, if I can tuck that in there, will it go in? Tuck it into the pocket there. Oh yes, it will just. I think I've not made it. I'm going to have to tear a bit off the bottom, I think, because I don't want to have to slide it in too far. Okay. So, to get the antlers in, just tear a fair bit off, aren't I? Right, okay. Oops. Okay. So I was just paranoid. I was checking I was filming. So I did have a recent incident where I forgot to turn the camera back on after I turned it off. And I had a sudden horrible feeling I'd done the same thing, but it would appear not, so that's good. I'm going to just take a little smidge, just a smidge off this side. Alright. Okay, so now I'm going to ink and glue, and I'll come right back when that's been done. Right, so that's been glued on, and I really like that there. I think I'm thinking that there's quite a big space here, and I might just add something when I'm doing the decorating. I'll either add a bit of washi here or some sort of, maybe a bit of a lace if I can find something thin enough. So yes, along there, and possibly, it's not too bad along there. Might do a little bit of, oh, that's coming up a little bit. I'll have to glue that later. Yes, I might add a little something along here. But let's plough on and just keep adding the papers. I think that's the key to today. And I've had a quick look, and I thought maybe this piece would be quite nice. It's a lovely blue, just a piece of forest. And I will just, so I've torn off this edge, so I can just tear it along. About there. And then I'll tear the slanty bit off. And I've got this to the width that I need. Yeah. And then, so what I need to do, mark the end of this, and let's just do the edge at the top, then I can get it an accurate measurement, rather than remembering to do that afterwards, which I've done before. Right, so I've got that. Put that quite near the top, I think, and little mark there, and a mark about there. See how that turns out. Okay, let's have a look. Let's hope this is going to fit okay. Ooh, I made it a bit short. It'll be fine, I think. A little shorter than I originally intended, but that might line up quite well with what's going on over here once I've put things in these pockets. Well, they're going to be interesting to do, aren't they? Okay, so I've got that ready to glue. I think what I'll do is I'll carry on and sort out these pockets over here. So I've got one there, little one there. Is this a pocket here? No, so I can put a whole piece across here, the front of here, I think. Yep. So let's have a look. See what I've got. I've got this piece here. Now, how will he look? I'm going to lose a bit of his antler, aren't I? But he might go on there okay. I'm going to try it, rather than breaking into any more new pieces for now. Let's see. Actually, I think unless I move it right across here, I'm going to lose a bit of his antler, but not too much. Okay, I'm going to tear it down there. And I'm just getting the width for now, and then I'll do something about the angle. Do it about here. I can always adjust. Just trying to get it to a manageable size. Or where have I torn it? Sorry, can't see really what I'm doing, will you? Can you? Okay, I'm going to tear it about. Where are we? Lost my marking. There. goes there. Now if I put that one, let's take this out of the way. That one there like that needs to come. So I just need to tear off a smidge at the bottom. Sorry. Trying to find room to do all this tearing. Oops. Right, let's just try and mark where this needs to be cut for the pocket. Ooh, right, down there. And right up in that corner. Let's have a look. Is that going to be the right place? Just slightly down from the corner, I think. Let's see where that takes us. How much of the stag it removes. So that's the, whoops, wrong way around. That corner down to, where is the mark? There. That's not too bad actually. We don't lose too much of him, I don't think. In fact, I'm going to do it the other way round. It's easier to get hold of that piece and this little corner, which is a bit awkward to get hold of when you're tearing. Well, for me it is, I think. There we are. Tear it there. Alright, let's have a look. Yep, so that's going to go on there. And I just need to make a thumb hole. I don't know if it's going to... That's the middle of the thumb hole there. Just going to do that before I forget. I think that's using my small punch. No, not that one. Oh, maybe I could use that one. It's the right size, but this is the scalloped one, but maybe that would be alright on the top piece. I'm just going to do it with another piece underneath to give it something to grab. Trying to see where I've made my mark now. Oh, there it is. Let's hope I've done it in the right place. I've got to check. I don't trust myself. No, it's not right. No, it was... Where's my mark? Let's make another one. There. I think that's where the thumb hole needs to be. Fingers crossed I haven't messed this up now. Okay, I think that's all right. Good, so that's there. Let's see what we're going to use in... What if I can make use of these trees somewhere? Sorry, I'm just trying to... Oh, did I? Sorry, I'm waving this about. I might have banged the camera. Sorry about that. Now, I'm just wondering if these trees would maybe be okay in this top corner, or would maybe across here. They're not really ideal. Okay, forget that idea. I'm trying to find some pieces that I can use that save me having to tear into some new pieces, really. I have got I have got more, but there's so many more pages. Oh, I don't know, not too many more pages to go actually, but more than I'm going to manage in this video, I'm afraid. I just want to get this one done. So that one, that goes there. I can't use that. What about this piece? Oh no, it's got a bit of an antler sticking out. Oh, I suppose. Oh, I wonder. Oh, ho, ho. Now there's a thought, isn't it? I could just continue that piece on. Now, that would look, if I can line that up, that would look okay, wouldn't it? Okay, yes. So, I just need to take that top piece off because it's not going to go in the pocket quite right. It's a bit sticking out there. Just take that piece off. Now, let's get that out of the way for a moment. Is that going to go in that pocket? Might just tuck in a little bit. Okay, let's just mark where I need to tear. There. And there. Okay, let's try that. I've lost it again. Thought I did a nice dark mark and now I can't see it. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh, there it is, I think. Yep. I think that's it. I'll go over there. I'm sorry. Incompetence rules as usual. Just cannot see the mark I made. It's crazy. Where's it going to go? That's going to go there. Okay. I do find these small bits quite hard to tear. Try it the other way around. I should have done in the first place. Okay. So that piece can go in here. And then I'll find another little piece to go in that top corner and I'll be right back because otherwise we're not going to be able to get any... Ooh, to think about what I'm going to do on here because I've done stenciling on the other blank pages, haven't I? I wonder if I've got some nice stenciling I can do on there, and that will just finish off this section, wouldn't it? Okay, I'll be right back. Right, so I've glued these on, as you can see, and I just used the rest of that piece of paper just to complete it, so it's like a single continuous scene rather than lots of different pieces. So I think that looks okay. I'm really pleased with how that turned out. So on this page, like I did in the earlier part of the book, I want to do some stenciling. So I had a little look in my stencil stash and I found a nice snowflake stencil, which I think I'm going to use just to do a light coverage all over, and then I'm going to do a bit of stamping on top of that. So I think I'm going to use the speckled egg. So I've got a big spongy, what do you call it, little brush thing here that I think I'm going to use. This is annoying me. I'm going to just use my book weight just to hold this down. And then I'm just going to do a little... I need to get another set of these because I keep reusing the same ones with different colours, and I'm sure I'm cross-pollinating a lot of the colours. Let's do a try to do a fairly light coverage with this colour. And then I've got another stencil with some bigger snowflakes. I thought I might just do one or two darker blue ones here and there. How are they turning out? Okay, not too bad. A bit of a few gaps here and there. I'll go over in a second. Whoops, that's not good. So just kind of go over these, just do a little bit more here. Yeah, so let's just give a bit of light coverage on the snowflake front. And then, as I say, I've got these larger ones. So I wondered about doing here and there a dark blue, because in the kit there is a fair bit. I don't know if I'll find a page. As well as the slightly aqua-y colour, there's quite a bit of dark blue here and there as well. So I thought perhaps I would put in a little bit of darker blue. It's not. I've got a darker one than this, but I think this will be dark enough. This is Faded Jeans. Just one or two here and there. I've got another brush. What do I do with it? It's over here. So I'm going to do one or two of these. This was a freebie stencil from the Scraptastic kit, which I used to get. It was the scrapbooking kit I used to get years ago. And they used to give you a freebie each time. So I'll put one there. One there. And just perhaps one off the side here. There's a little bit of a blank space, so I'd put that there, I think. There we are. Okay, yeah, I like that. With a bit of blue. Maybe just a little tiny bit down in this corner as well. Bit of this one, just down here. I need any more up in this corner. Maybe a tiny bit. Right in this corner here. Okay. Alright, yep, like that. Right, so now I think I might do a little bit of stamping. So I got this stamp from the November Your Creative Studio kit, so of course he had to go on here somewhere. So this would seem to be the place. I might just pop him in there, I think. Yep. Just going to try and ink him up. So I haven't managed to figure out how to attach him to a stamping block. So I'm just having to do it by hand. Let's see if I can get him on here. I hope he comes out okay, because this is not exactly flat. And if I mess it up, I'll just have to find some way of covering it up. Okay, let's have a look. Ooh. Oh, I rather like that. Okay, happy with that. And then I think because there's quite a lot of birds, I don't know if you can, I'll show you, there's quite a few birds in this kit. So they've got a couple of birds here, and there's another one up in the tree. Often in the trees you'll find a little dark bird. So I've got a bird stamp here, and I thought if I stamp it and put it up here, that would just kind of pick out a further image that's prevalent in the kit, so I thought that might look alright. Also got one little squirrel stamp, and I'm just wondering if I can put him somewhere, because there are squirrels in the kit as well. Not very many, but I do like a squirrel. You may have noticed that. Now, where can I put it? Put him over here. Put him up here, I think. Fingers crossed this one comes out okay. Yeah, that's all right. And then, what about the squirrel? Is that overkill? I'm just wondering whether to pop him down here in the corner. Because often, if you look at this kit page here, not that one, this one here, we've got squirrel right at the bottom of the page and some little rabbits also right at the bottom of the page. I'm hoping to use this. And then there's the bird up in the tree. So I thought, well, maybe I could put a little squirrel face. Let's find, perhaps if I use the vintage photo for this one. And I just might pop him just down in that corner. Don't know how he'll come out, but it's the same with all of them. It's all been a bit hit and miss, but we'll see. Let's see if I can get him to go on there. Just in the corner. Peeking out. There he is. Okay, that'll do. Enough fiddling. I think we'll leave it at that. And put the stamps aside. Now, I'd quite like to just get these last few bits on, but I don't know if I'm going to manage it. So, in the time. So what I'm going to use for this, I think, because I've been doing snowflakes, I've got this, these are all in the kit, the snowflake page. These are more like background pages, and I thought maybe I'll do a bit of these. So I'm going to do 2 strips of this on this front one and this back one, and then I'm going to put this one, a strip of this, in the middle. So I think I'll do that, I'll tear it, I'll stick it, and then I'll show it to you, and then that will be the end of today's video. I think if I try and do it all on camera, we'll be here far too long. And I would like to get just as far as the end of this page today, if I can. Okay, so I'll be right back. So I've stuck those pieces on. I had unintentionally made life very difficult for myself, because when I created these pockets, they were just torn randomly. So of course when I was trying to stick some paper on, and I've just realised I've got a little bit I need to just glue, trying to tear a piece to kind of match wasn't easy. So I've just gone for really raggedy edges on these so that it hopefully reflects what was going on the pocket. So they're very randomly torn. So I think they look okay. I might be able to tidy them up a bit when I do a bit of decorating. But obviously they're going to have things in them, so maybe it won't show too much. I don't know. I might put a little something down the edge of these, particularly this one, which doesn't look very good. So I thought before I go, I'll do one last page, because this is just a nice plain easy one, and then all I've got to do after that will be one more pocket and then these back pages. So I may well do these off camera so that we can come back and decorate in the next video. So I've just prepared one final piece to go on here. So let's just do that. Let's glue it on, and that'll be it for today. So, and then the next video will be should be quite a fun one, because we're going to add some decoration. I might even add a bit of glitter here and there, although of course that will involve allowing it to dry in between, so that could be a bit of a stop-start kind of video. I won't do it too much, because otherwise it might be just frustrating and annoying. Or whether I do that on the pages or whether I do it on the ephemera that I'm going to put in the pockets, I don't know. I'll have to think about that. but at least there'll be a little bit of, I think I've got some lace that will go, and certainly there's a little bit of red trim to go on, and maybe I haven't really looked at the ephemera pieces yet to see what I can use of those to decorate with. I've just been concentrating on getting these pages on, so let's just try and get that into position. Nice easy one. Well, she says, but it's not quite right at the top there, is it? Never mind, I can trim that off after. So this one's got a fox and a couple of birds. It looks like having a bit of a gossip in the middle there. Yeah, I just need to put a bit more glue on this corner. Okay, and this corner as well. Didn't quite get my glue right to the corners this time. I've been quite careful to try and do that when I've been doing it off camera, but of course doing it on camera, try to do it too fast, don't you? I just need to tear this piece off a little bit, I think. It's quite okay. Okay, let's just add a little bit of me colour there. All right, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Okay, so this is it for today. This is the end of this video. So I say I will just do the last bit of decoration on these. It's only a couple more pages, and this is just going to be plain pages, so not particularly exciting to watch. Let's see how. Did I go right to the front? Yeah, I did it right onto the front page on this side, so I'm going to have to go right to the back. So I've got quite a few pages left to use. I have to find a home for his nibs. And maybe I'll put him across the middle, I don't know, to see what I'm going to do with him, because he won't quite fit onto one page. So I could possibly put him right across the middle at the back there, and then just do a piece either side. Perhaps some of the leftover pieces of this might go quite nicely on the back there. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so I'm going to have to do that off camera, otherwise I don't think I'll have time to make all the videos to finish it off if I don't do some of it off camera. So thank you very much for joining me today, and please do join me again soon. Bye for now.